Welcome to Menu Monday, and Merry Christmas on this lovely Christmas day. Today we are going to be making a Christmas tree, so stay tuned. Alright, well, while we're waiting on the spinach to defrost and the cream cheese to soften, we go over to the cookhouse, which I'm going to use that oven today because my propane oven is not working. Big Daddy says it's propane, but I turn it on, it stays lit for a little while and it goes out, so I don't feel like messing with it. I only used the propane, I think, twice in, well, what are we going on? 16 months in the RV. So we're just going to use that, but they are making hash. So I wanted to show you.
Checking the meats right now. While we're doing this, my daddy, Robert. That's all I'm gonna say. Yeah, it needs to cook a little bit longer. Gotta let it cook a little bit longer.
So far you have put the Boston butts in there with onions, you said?
Onions, potatoes. I can't give out all the recipes.
Well, you can keep some secret ingredients. And that's boiling and cooking, and then after it cooks, they're gonna put it in this right here that grinds it all up. So that's what I want to show y'all, but we have to wait a little while. Okay, this is the first time I've made this. My sister sent me this recipe. I thought it was cute, and I wanted to give it a try and share it with you. Now, it's hot in here, so I'm done with the hat. So the first thing we have to do is get our roll of pizza crust, thin pizza crust. It comes in the tube, and we're going to get this laid out. Alright, next we're going to make the spinach dip. So I have to finish defrosting my spinach. Okay. Next goes in the cream cheese. 2 cloves of garlic, but I'm using the squeezable. I'll give it a shake. I haven't used it for a while. 1, 2. Salt and pepper, so I'm going to use my seasoning salt. And that's a half teaspoon of each. And then some onion powder, half teaspoon. And then some chili powder. And this is a 1/4 teaspoon. I'll use my measurer so I don't get it all over get my hands all orange. Okay, and then 1 teaspoon of Italian seasoning. This one's a half, so we'll do 2 of those. And then a half cup of grated Parmesan. Now you can use store-bought spinach dip, but just don't get one that's too runny, and according to these directions. I'm going to pop this in the microwave to soften it up a bit and make it easier to spread. Okay, that's better. So if it's, you know, your cream cheese isn't soft enough to spread, just pop it in the microwave. And that's just going to work so much nicer. Okay, now we're moving. Okay, now we're going to put a top on the tray. What you do is you take your pizza cutter and you cut not all the way through. Before I do any more, I'm going to get this onto the baking sheet. Into a 400-degree oven for 22 minutes or until the bottom is cooked through. So we'll walk over to the shed and check on the boys and plop this in the oven. So there it is. Just throw this in the oven. Okay. Oh, yes. Gonna taste test the hash. That's a lot of hash.
We have made that pot over here before.
That's good. That's really good.
You ready to make a pot of rice?
Oh, you want to eat?
I'm hungry.
So I just went to get the Christmas tree out of the oven. Here it is. And now what I'm going to do, I've got 2 tablespoons of butter, half teaspoon of garlic salt, and half a teaspoon of Italian seasoning in here. I'm going to pop this in the microwave to melt the butter, and then we're going to brush the tree with it. Now, one thing I did forget in doing this, after I spread the spinach dip on the base, it calls for a cup of cheddar or mozzarella cheese, and you put that on top of the spinach before you put the second pizza crust on. So I did forget that, but I think it's just going to taste just as good without it. I got 1,000 things going on, as you can see. I just finished with the laundry too. So we've melted the butter. Just mix up the seasonings, and we are just going to glaze and make the tree all pretty. All right, there we go. I hope you've enjoyed the Christmas edition of Menu Monday, and also a little bit of the hash making process. I just taste tested. Very good. So they're fixing some rice, and that's what we'll be having for lunch. And then after it cools off, we're going to put them in bags and then put them in the freezer, and we'll have hash for months. Thanks for joining us today. Wishing you and your families and your friends or whoever you're spending the day with a very Merry Christmas. We'll be back soon with more videos. Bye-bye.